From Wednesday, private health insurance policyholders will be paying higher premiums. And for more, here's SBS Finance editor Ricardo Goncalves.
Thanks, Janice. Well, health insurance premiums have been rising faster than inflation and since 2010 have risen about 34%. And from April the 1st, the average policyholder will pay another 6.2%, but there are ways to lower your bill. Self-funded retiree Mark Kasprzyk is one of the 12.5 million Australians who have private health cover.
At my age, health is top of the pops as far as looking after yourself and looking after your future.
But rising premiums are making it hard for him to plan his future.
I've got a fixed income with my super and I've got to plan out for the next couple of decades or so, and this is just ballooning.
He's now reviewing his policy.
We were going to have a look at reducing some of our cover.
Last month, the federal government approved increases to health fund premiums as benefits paid to members grew by 7.4% last year.
Health and medical expenses are one of the top concerns for consumers, and for a lot of consumers it is too much.
Among the hardest hit will be members of West Fund, health.com.au and Medibank Private. Those increases come into effect from April the 1st.
Some of that's directly linked to an ageing population, and the second is there is an increase in the cost of the services provided, and some of that's actually brought on by improvements in technology.
There are some things policyholders can do to avoid paying those increases in full, but they've got to be quick.
With this increase coming, if you can prepay your annual premium, you're going to save at least 6.2%. The next thing, ask if there's a discount for paying annually. Firms will also offer you up to another 4% for paying by direct debit and also for paying annually.
It also pays to make sure you've got the right cover for you. Singles who are fit and well, for example, don't really need the same extras as some families would want. Adjusting your excess limit can help.
Often the higher the excess level you take, the lower the premium.
And shop around.
Find out about waiting periods. Some of the better funds will actually transfer your waiting period over so you don't have to wait twice as long for a procedure.
If I need a hip replacement or something like that, I shudder to think if I have to wait for a year or so before I can get it.
It's a worry Mark and others like him shouldn't need during retirement. And of course there are tax benefits associated with taking out private health insurance, like avoiding the Medicare levy surcharge and the lifetime health cover loading. OK, let's take a look at the Australian share market now, which had a horrible start to the week as lower iron ore and oil prices prompted some heavy selling. The weaker oil price put pressure on Fortescue Metals, and Caltex slumped 9% after major shareholder Chevron sold out completely. There was one bright spot in the resources sector. Mining company Pan surged on a takeover bid and the banks were down across the board. Japan's Nikkei recovered late in the session despite her stronger yen. The Australian dollar is weaker against the greenback and is also down across the other major currencies. And on the commodity markets, both gold and oil have lost ground. And tomorrow we'll be taking a closer look at the world of financial advice. Janice.